I 100% agree. I think we are all constantly evolving, and that's in the valleys and when we're at the peaks. I think it's important that we embrace that, you know, and I think for me coming to coach with you as well, that's also helped me to kind of see, I was kind of like there too, right? It's like, well, I need to work on this and I need to do that before I can launch this. And it's like, you're like, no, sis, you got this. Sometimes just putting yourself in that right frame of mind, that mindset. And knowing that the only thing that's constant is change, right?
Yes.
So we're constantly evolving and changing, and we've just got to learn to embrace that and evolve. I think mindset plays a huge role because you have to have a vision.
Hey guys, welcome to the Accountability on Demand podcast, and this is your Healing While Building episode. I'm your host, LaShauna West, and I have a special guest. Introduce yourself for the people.
Hello everyone, I'm Coach Kara, also Kara Flowers. I am a health and wellness coach, and I'm super excited to be here to share this space and time with you today.
That was weird, but I just love her. So I'm excited that you're here too, and I specifically handpicked my guest to be on the Healing While Building podcast because I believe that we are all healing while building. And I didn't even get that aha moment until being in entrepreneurship for about 4 or 5 years. I'm like, you know what? Even though I'm building my business, I still have to do my inner work. I still have to work on healing. I still have to work on self. And a lot of people think that you have to do that first in order to start a business. And I literally want to knock that myth. You do not. And honestly, most people in the world, they start their business and it's in alignment with their healing journey. What do you think about that?
I 100% agree. I think we are all constantly evolving, and that's in the valleys and when we're at the peaks.
Oh, yeah. That's good.
So I think it's important that we embrace that, you know, and I think for me coming to coach with you as well, that's also helped me to kind of see, I was kind of like there too, right? It's like, well, I need to work on this and I need to do that before I can launch this. And it's like, you're like, no, sis, you got this, you know? And so sometimes just putting yourself in that right frame of mind, that mindset. And knowing that the only thing that's constant is change, right?
Yes.
So we're constantly evolving and changing, and we've just got to learn to embrace that and evolve. So yeah.
I always say change is the new normal. Because when you shift your mindset to know, okay, what we change it with today? And I think it reminds me of corporate. Like, I don't know if you've ever been in a job where when the big people, the big ups tell about a change, everyone's like, everybody get mad. I'm like, listen, y'all, change is the new normal. When I started to really take that on, it sent me light years with getting promoted, with my mindset, with my performance, because you're expecting it instead of dreading it. Yeah. And that's why I always say that mindset is so important. But I want to ask you a question. How is mindset infused in the work that you do?
Oh, wow. It's heavily infused, right? It created infusion. I think for my clients that I work with, we typically are working on behavior change. And if you think about it, a lot of things that we do are habitual. Like, we do these things day in and day out. It's cyclical. We're just constantly doing the same thing all the time. Like, you know how to tie your shoe, you do it all the time. You know how to get up out the bed, you do it all the time.
Right.
You go to wash your clothes, just all those different things. So I think making sure that we're in that right frame of mind, and that we, like, again, I just keep going back to this word embrace, and it just for, you know, just even like working with you, embracing that change. But sometimes that starts with reframing your thoughts. And that's one thing we really focus on at the Wellness Lane Coaching, is reframing your thoughts around diet specifically, but also just little individual behaviors and action steps, so we can see things in a different way, have different perspective. You know, we get so caught up in, you know, well, I do it this way and this is how it's done. Like, there are many ways to skin a cat. You know, it's an old saying, right? Hope I'm not showing my age, but But there are many ways to skin a cat, like there to do things. And so I think mindset plays a huge role because you have to have a vision. Mm-hmm. You have to have a vision. And sometimes that vision, when we're in it, seems very, I hate to say it sounds small, but I think like the bigger picture, like grasping for it sometimes seems like untouchable.
Right.
And so you've got to dial it back a little bit and start with those small actionable steps and reframe your thoughts around how that works. And that all plays into mindset, positive words, positive affirmations. A lot of, when I come here to be coached, a lot of what we do or some of your events are set around like affirmations and positive self-talk. And so that's just kind of, for me, helped to layer that. And I also funnel that into my coaching.
Oh, I love that. And it's funny, I incidentally infuse all of that into everything that I do. For example, even in my podcast sessions, right? Whether I'm sharing on social, whether it's an event, whether it's a coaching session. And I'm only able to do that is because it's at the forefront of my brain. And I always say that coaches get the double dip because when we are serving, we get served. So the affirmations are not for y'all, sis.
Amen.
They for me.
Amen to that. Yes, absolutely.
So I also heard you say baby steps and pieces. A lot of times people look at business building, healing, reaching your goals so daunting. I want to be a millionaire. I want to be a billionaire. I want to make 6 figures. How do you dissect that and make it bite-sized pieces? So if you want to make, let's just say $100,000 per year, what is that per month? What is that per day? What is that per week? And then it seems more attainable and more palatable, which I know you use a lot. So diet, that D word. What comes up for you when people be like, oh yeah, I'm on a diet?
Literally, it makes me cringe.
I knew you were going to say that.
It makes me cringe. So I really focus with my clients on non-restrictive eating, embracing the word diet. I think it has such a negative connotation. So I've developed a class called Crushing Diet Culture, where we develop, implement, empower, and thrive in dieting. Girl.
That framework popping, baby. So hold up. Break those words down again, because basically, guys, diet is an acronym for the work that she does. What's the D stand for?
The D stands for develop.
Okay.
So we want to develop an awareness, a mindset, reframe our thoughts around some of our current habits so that we can make small behavior changes that lead to the overall goal. So you may have come to me with a larger goal, but like you say, what are those baby steps? We want to baby step it, piece it together like a puzzle, right? To make sure that each day, each week, and that could be day to day. Your goals can change within a day. Your focus can change within a day, and that's okay. So again, it's about embracing that. So we want to just develop an awareness of what we're currently doing so that we can start to make those small changes and see what does that look like for me on a daily basis, on a weekly basis, with my life happening in the midst of it.
Love that. And the I?
Implement.
Bow. Yes. Implement. And I think at the end of the day, that implementation piece is so key. And that's why I love how you approach your clients and how I approach my clients with support. You could say, go do it. But when you point one finger, there's 3 pointing, or 4 pointing right back at you. And people need support. Support is an action, right? Support is a verb. So how do you support your clients to increase the probability that they implement?
So implementing and just, piggybacking off the tail end of what I was saying is those action steps, like bite-sized pieces, like you mentioned before, implementing those things into your daily life, pairing and stacking habits that you're currently doing.
Love that.
So if you are, say one of your goals is, I want to read a little bit more, but I'm finding it challenging during the day, but I go to bed at night and I watch a little TV. So we're like, okay, well, what does going to bed at night look like when you and made your bed in the morning, you put your book that you want to read by your bed, and instead of turning on the TV, you take 10 minutes of reading time.
Oh,
boom.
Yeah.
Paired it together.
And look, and this is the funny thing though. Most people who are not cognizant and aware, oh man, I want to read, I just don't have time. But when you say, do this, 10 minutes, We know we can knock out 10 minutes. You don't have to do it for an hour. You don't have to do it for 30 minutes. Can you do 10 minutes? And I already know that you're thinking this. The 10 minutes turns into 20 minutes, and then it just increases over time, right? Same thing with working out.
Same thing with working out.
Yeah.
But the key thing, too, is what if it doesn't increase more than 10 minutes? But what if I'm consistently doing it, right?
Yes.
So everybody thinks you have to like spend an hour in the gym or 30 minutes in the gym. If you're consistently walking, it's consistency over perfection, right? We want to make sure that we consistently do something so that we create that habit. And it's the same with whether it's reading, change your fitness goals, your professional goals.
Yep.
All those things apply here.
Love that. And the E?
Ooh, empower.
Oh, that's so good.
Empower. Yes. I think like that just like, oh, I just felt this.
Right.
like, woo, like empower. We need to feel empowered, but sometimes the things that we're doing aren't empowering for us. So when we've developed and we've implemented these changes and brought this awareness, now we feel a little bit more empowered. And what does that exude to me? It's just confidence.
Most definitely.
It's confidence. If you're learning these baby steps and you're implementing them consistently over a period of time, you feel more empowered, you feel more confident, like I can do this, you know. And I also like people to change their wording sometimes, and we talk about this a lot, right?
For sure.
It's not like when it's like I can't, it's like I will, I am able, I want to.
Or it's not I only got 5 people.
Right.
I have 5 people.
Was that a dig?
No. Only half showed up. Oh, really? That was not a dig, but since we want to go there, this is
why I love her, you guys. Keeps it real.
Honestly, it wasn't a dig, but this is the funny thing. Most of the clients that I work with are attracted to me because of my mental health background and my ability to help them reframe incidentally 25-8. That's my daughter. My daughter 21, 25-8. We don't do 24/7. And that's why I say I'm the best of both worlds. You get the mindset, mental wealth, mental health coaching, and the business coaching. So, drum roll. What's a T? What's a T? What's a T? What's a T? What's the
We're thriving.
T is for thriving, guys.
T is for thriving. So once you've developed, you've implemented, and now you feel empowered, now you're thriving.
Ooh,
and this is something that you can be on repeat. And this is where you're not pre-contemplating, you're not contemplating, you actually are in this action stage, and you're now there maintaining. And the key thing is, sometimes when you're in that thriving stage, you're going to have days.
Oh,
right?
Most definitely.
You're going to have days, and that's okay. But again, because you know how to thrive, because you know how you got from A to B,
right?
You know that you're going to continue to feel empowered and continue to do what you're doing so that you can feel amazing in your thriving stage. So it's basically just everything that you've built up to this time. Now you are actually in it. You're living in it. You're action oriented, and you're maintaining it.
Oh, I love that. And this is the thing. You started off with developing, and then implementing, and then being empowered. You can't do anything but thrive, right?
Basically.
Because this is the thing. A lot of people want to immediately thrive, but you can't do that if you don't start at the foundational pieces.
Absolutely.
And work your way up, right? If you think of the Mark Zuckerbergs for Facebook, or Steve Harvey, or Michelle Obama, whoever it is that you just love and you aspire to be, they didn't wake up and say, I'm going to be the number one XYZ in the world.
Yeah, absolutely.
They woke up and said, wow, I wonder if, wow, I can, wow, I am doing it, wow, I am. Woo!
Powerful.
And so, like right now, we're sitting at my content space, Pop Up and Create. It started with an idea. Now, we've served so many people. I'm sitting here literally working with my clients in here, shooting podcasts, helping others build their brands. But if I would have said, you know what? I wish, I hope, we wouldn't be here before you.
That's right.
So what would you tell this person? I want us to look them dead in the eye. What would you tell someone, and we both can take turns, who literally has a goal, whether it's weight loss, whether it's mindset, whether it's money, whether it's family, whether it's getting married, whatever that goal is, what would you tell them if they don't believe that they can achieve it?
You can and you will achieve it through perspective, action-oriented steps, small baby steps. You will achieve your goals. It's not so much that you're not committed to your goals. Sometimes it's the obstacles that are there that make us feel like we cannot achieve it.
Yeah.
But because you've created these action-oriented steps, you will thrive in achieving your goals. Absolutely. You got this. Let's do this.
Oh, I love it. Y'all better hire her to be y'all's coach, okay? So I also would tell you that your perception matters. And if you don't believe that you can, whether it's getting a new job, whether it's leaving your job, whether it's having kids, because this is the thing, when it comes to goal setting, the framework is the same. If I don't believe I can make more money, I will not make more money. If I don't believe that I'm beautiful, then I'm not beautiful. If I don't believe that I'm not the number one speaker on the stage that's going to command attention, then it's not going to happen. So I want you to shift your perspective and your perception, because perception is reality, to claim your lane. Dominate your lane. If you want to start a skincare line, who is the number one skincare line out there? Do your research. When I meet with my clients on day one, I have them do an activity where they go find 2 to 3 competitors and they dissect their brand. This is what I like about it. This is the gap. This is how I'm going to fill it. Are we comparing? No. We're literally just calling a thing a thing. If they're number one, why are they number one? But this is the thing. You're number one as well. We want to know what the gap is so you can fill the gap. That's a hack. I hope you took notes on that. So listen, Kara, I'm so excited that you came today. And I know you have some things cooking in the kitchen. Let everybody know, what do you have on the horizon and how can they reach out to you?
So what I have on the horizon, I am revamping the Crushing Diet Culture class. I'm also working on building an Inner Self Accelerated class that is an action-oriented month-long program as well. So I'm super excited about that. In addition to offerings that are fitness and nutrition, combining those two things together.
Okay.
And they can reach me at the info@thewellnesslanecoaching.com. Also, I'm on Instagram at wellnesslane_77. Would love to help guide you along your journey and help you take those actionable steps to reach that overall wellness goal and vision that you have for yourself. Because I always tell them, every day you have a chance and you have a choice. So this is your opportunity to go get it.
Oh, I love that. And guys, you guys know I'm a millionaire mindset coach and business therapist. I help you pinpoint and process the mindset blocks that are stopping you from scaling and living the life that you crave. We're here at my event space, Pop Up and Create. So if you know that you want to shoot a podcast, you want to do a photo shoot, or you just want to come and create, make sure to click the link below and check us out at Pop Up and Create. And also share and subscribe to the YouTube channel. We have some more amazing guests coming in for the Healing While Building episode. And I just want to thank you again, Kara, for tapping in with us.
Yes, thank you so much.
See you later.